For the last few weeks, I have spent basically every evening binge watching Caught on Camera. This is a Channel 5 TV show hosted by Nick Wallis, and as I'm sure you can imagine, it looks at criminals who have been caught on camera. This is not just CCTV, this includes police body cams. We get a lot of helicopter footage from India 99, and the crimes are also all very different. So there are 5 series at the moment, so there are many episodes to get stuck into, and I always love that. If I discover a new true crime series that I love, I hate it when there are hardly any episodes. This gives us plenty. Each episode is your average about an hour in length, and it's kind of just a compilation of different clips. Some of the episodes, and I should say I'm not going to spoil anything here, I'm not going to go into too much detail about how shocking some of these are, but I will say that some of the episodes are quite relatively easy to watch. You know, it's just a compilation of, you know, maybe shopkeepers being robbed, which is awful, but obviously nobody's seriously injured, and, you know, store theft is, there's a reason people think it's a victimless crime. It isn't. But because people often don't get physically hurt, you know, they're a lot easier to watch, but still shocking. And I don't understand how some people would do that. There was one case in particular that was a setup. The robbery was actually set up. I won't say any more than that, but that was some great detective work. But a couple of the episodes are less of a compilation and more of actually looking at how cameras were used to solve pretty serious crimes. There's one that involves the murder of a young teenage boy, you know, really young, I think it was 14, by an older teenage man, I think at this point. And it goes into a lot of detail about this case. It takes the majority of the episode, but it looks at how cameras were essential at solving that crime. And there are a lot of these cases where you can see that if they had not caught these people on camera, they would not have solved them. And it's amazing to think, I think somebody even remarked in the episode, in one of the episodes, that they don't know how they ever managed to solve crime before CCTV. And that's kind of the impression you get when you watch this, is that without that footage, how could they have ever solved that crime with no other, you know, no DNA, no leads, absolutely nothing. So each episode, as I said, is hosted by Nick Wallis, and he kind of just talks us through the clips, introduces them a little bit. Sometimes there's a little bit of voiceover of the footage, primarily when the clips are silent, such as silent CCTV, but a lot of them are not silent. As I said, some of them are a lot more lighthearted and easier to kind of watch, but a lot of them are also quite, shall we say, emotional. One of my favourite ones involved a model village, and I never thought I'd see a model village on a true crime series, but it makes sense when you watch it, and I really want to go and visit that model village. There was also one that I believe was set in Chester, where they basically had to close down a nightclub because it was generating too much violence. And another one that I loved, and this will be the last one that I'll mention just to give you a taste of the kind of crimes you're getting into. The last one, when I say I loved, I'll explain. It involved an acid attack on a group of people, and I kind of vaguely remember this. I have a rough recollection of this. And some of the police officers actually got acid in their face. I think it was ammonia, actually, if I remember rightly. And they got it in their eyes, but they were still powering on. They were still helping the public. They were helping the public before they helped themselves, and it's just, you know, ridiculous displays of bravery. And okay, one more, last one, I promise. I loved. Okay, 2 more. Honestly, there are so many amazing clips in this that some of them are really shocking. Some of them are really uplifting when you see that, you know, the officers work really hard. And one of these is where one officer detained 2 suspects. I say suspects, they were caught breaking into a pub, and he managed to detain both of them by himself. And these are quite fit young lads. They're not like 50-year-old burglars who can't run for more than 20 seconds. These are fit I think maybe teenagers, young adults. And I just thought, what an incredible, incredible police officer. He did an amazing, amazing job, and I was just so inspired by that. The other one I want to mention is there are a lot of car crashes in this. Please be warned that if you are upset by car crashes, as some people are, if they've been in a car crash or they've lost a loved one to it, you will see quite a lot of up-close car crash footage. But they're also incredible to watch. A lot of cars and motorbikes are fitted with cameras or helmet cams, and to actually watch these crashes happen from inside the vehicles, it's intimidating and terrifying. And look out for the one with the woman who had a 20-month-old baby in the back of the car. Absolutely ludicrous. It's a fantastic true crime documentary series. I watched it all on my 5. Definitely check out Channel 5 and give it a watch if it sounds like your kind of thing. And basically, I can confirm that if you like true crime, you will love Caught on Camera.